Good afternoon. The human race often thinks of itself as the highest in the food chain, and the most intelligent and developed on our little speck of a world. However, such arrogance is often paid for in the Twilight Zone.
The time, the future, close to 2100 AD. The place, the spaceship Grande, almost at its destination of Jupiter. The people, a group of people wrapped up in a tiny metal box in the vain hope it will protect them from the vast infinity of the universe. Much like in a movie series begun by Ridley Scott, the crew of the Grande awakens aboard their otherwise empty craft from hibernation, taking their time to listen to the news report of all the various political machinations and wars back on Earth. Canada has finally sold out to the United States, now made up of almost 100 states. Oil-rich areas are now nothing of the sort, and nuclear weapons have finally all been dismantled. Such an initiative was put forth after a nuclear disaster in Zion, Illinois 22 years ago. But while matters on Earth are certainly important to the people living there is something else of interest that the Grande discovered on their way to Jupiter. Crash sites on various asteroids. Crashes of what? That is the source of debate. A Dr. Stein talks in an interview about the possibility of them being escaping vessels fleeing Mars. While no technological ruins could be found on the planet, it has suffered many geological upheavals. Who knows what has been buried in the sand for thousands, if not millions of years? Perhaps even the human race is made up of the ruins of another intelligent race. However, such ideas are quickly discarded, believing it more likely to be the remains of satellites launched from Earth from as far back as the 1970s. But then there is the mission of the Grande. They're on their way to Jupiter with a device that will alter the atmosphere of the gas giant, turn it into an inhabitable planet of immense size. The crew discusses briefly how humanity spends far too much time in front of a mirror, especially since they popularized a theory about humanity being the only intelligent race in said universe. But such discussions are purely academic, of course. In the here and now, they've come to do a job, one that gets interrupted when they find the surface of Jupiter, far closer than they ever thought possible. When the crew lands on the surface, storms and lightning strikes become more frequent until the ground itself opens up and swallows them. They realize that they have actually landed on a spaceship the size of Earth, with giant inhabitants of this ship. The aliens are shocked to discover that the humans are unaware of what's going on. A war that has been devastating this solar system for millions of years. Many of the planets in it were also once habitable, but political problems have plagued them for so long that it turned them into useless chemical heaps. They even colonized Earth for a time, and upon removing its space helmet, the alien stands revealed. A talking Tyrannosaurus Rex that welcomes humans to their prehistoric war.
First contact for the human race. Or perhaps that's second contact. Just a reminder that we're all part of the same galactic community. One footnote in the collected history of the Twilight Zone.